Oh, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's special episode of Profit Acceleration Secret. And today we are conducting another Profit Acceleration coaching session. And I am so delighted to have my guest today, Dr. Monica Riley. Dr. Monica Riley, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jarvis. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. And I am so excited, ready to get into this conversation with you. Before we really dive in, Monica, I would love to just have you take a moment to introduce yourself, tell us about your business and the work that you are leading.
All right, thank you. So, I'm coming to you all today from my favorite space, which is my aroma lab. I am a doctor of integrative medicine and the award winning CEO of Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty and Mindfully Melanated Essentials, sustainable body care and fragrance, primarily inspiring women over 40 with special care to women of color. My collection really started, this journey started when I was just 4 years old in my Nana's kitchen.
Hmm.
But my collection is a luxurious blend of sustainable ingredients, blending premium essential oils, floral essences, and herbs. And my natural serums and elixirs deliver nutrients and healing essences to your body during daily self care. I started my collection in 2016 when I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called celiac disease. Now, celiac disease is an inability to process gluten in the body. So, my collection is 100% all natural. There's no gluten, no fillers, no toxins. And then for you fellas, I have created a line of grooming essentials called Zen for Men.
Hmm. All right. Well, I am glad you said that. One of my favorite questions to ask about are like your perfect customer profiles. And I was going to say, Dr. Monica, it sounds like you're already leaving men out the fold. Like, I believe in self care too. So,
Never, never, never. I would never leave men out of the fold. I'm excited too to be with you today, Jarvis, because on this day, August 4th in 2019, my
mm,
collection was featured at Macy's. So my collection has been in Macy's across the country, in Nordstrom's pop-ups. And so today is our fourth anniversary since we hit the Macy's floor at Fashion Show Mall on the Strip in Las Vegas.
very nice. Well, happy anniversary to that.
Thank
I
you.
yeah, I'm looking forward to digging in and seeing if we could help you create more of those anniversaries because that's big time. Macy's, nice.
Thank
Um,
you.
Dr. Monica, I guess before we really start to dig in, you share with us at a high level, the mix of the different products that you offer to your target market, your audience. Definitely some of the areas around the all natural feel and the focus that you're going on for healthcare. I guess teach me a little bit more. So, any specific products that you can highlight, but then what truly does differentiate you from your competitors more than just the all natural feel? Because I know there are other all natural products out there. So, I want you to dig deeper. Like, what's the deeper differentiation?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that question because my products, and I'm going to share a few of them
Hmm.
with you and show you how they work. But I'm literally tapping into over 100 years of my Afro Indigenous roots. Both of my nanas lived to be over 101 years old. Currently, I have a nana still alive who's 104.
Wow.
Um, no prescribed medications. So in my family, we are au natural. In fact, my facelift in a bottle is one of the products that my nana taught me when I was about 12 years old. And I'm literally facing you today with nothing on other than red lipstick. And so this product, when you use pure oils and essential oils and botanicals, all you have to do is massage them into your skin, and within 20 seconds, they enter your bloodstream, and then that's how the healing works. So anything from Nana's Healthy Hair Elixir to Rejuvaflex, which is great for pain,
Mm.
anti-inflammatory, not only helps you if you are someone who works out, but also I find a lot of men who have played sports, especially in high school or college.
Mhm.
Right about the age of 35 to 40 is when the shift starts to happen, and your knees might start bothering you. That's because the meniscus tissue is starting to dwindle a little bit. That lower back might bother you. This is the Rejuvaflex is your answer. I
Mm.
have had patients who have had who are on chemotherapy, who have MS, who use my products. It helps them cope with skin irritation, skin changes. And then for gentlemen who have beards, one of the products that's been in my family forever is our beard oil. What's impressive about the beard oil is it's not just something that's great for grooming and, keeping everything looking nice, but for those of you who um, are challenged with the ingrown hairs, ingrown bumps, this will erase those and you won't have that problem anymore. So that's what sets me apart, Jarvis. I would say literally the fact that I'm a medical doctor with over 30 years in the holistic health sciences and also 100 years of tried and true products that can help us reach limitless longevity, right? Without prescribed meds. That's what sets me apart, I would
Okay.
say.
Nice. Well, I know the call out that you just had about men who are former athletes and hitting 40. I will say, Dr. Monica, you were talking to me because I played football in college and high school, and I wake up and I have my days. So I wrote down Rejuvaflex. Uh,
Yes, Rejuvaflex is critical.
all right. So let's go in a little bit deeper then for you, Dr. Monica. The goal for today is really to have a really good conversation to see if we can uncover some business growth opportunities with everything that you're building. If we uncover one or two really solid strategies today that you think are worth implementing into your business, teach us, what does your business look like 6 to 12 months from now? What are some goals that you're really targeting?
Well, there are two things that I'm really targeting. One is I recently launched an Amazon. I was selected to launch an Amazon platform store.
Okay.
And I would really like to build traction on my Amazon platform. The main thing, though, Jarvis, that really hit me hard during the pandemic when nothing was open, I was used to being out in public prior to 2020.
Mm.
So pop-ups, public appearances, speeches, and so forth. When Las Vegas shut down, we shut down, and literally we are just now kind of opening up again.
Mhm.
And so my social media has grown, and I would really like to turn my likers and lookers into customers.
Mm.
All of my platforms, that's what I spent the last 2 years doing, strategically trying to build our social media platforms. I would love to take all of those folks, which cumulatively are over 5,000, turn those into paid consumers of our products and services. And then my SEO, like, where's it at? How do we make that better?
Sure. Well, so I already have a couple of quick thoughts. Now, I want to kind of start on the far end and work my way back to, I think, what will be my primary strategy to quickly share with you. And I can, of course, send some follow-up resources over your way. Um, Let me ask this first, Dr. Monica, within your business model, do you currently have a way to follow up with prospects once they, click on a link or anything, or using a CRM or something that allows you to stay connected and navigate, a prospect that's going through a decision buying process for your business?
Not really.
All right. So that is, I will say, recommendation number one. And again, I can share some resources. One of the sponsors on this podcast here is a CRM system called Keep. That is my personally preferred system. And I can already assure you it will work like wildfire to implement a system into your business that can just walk with your prospects as they're trying to figure out, should they buy, shouldn't they buy any of the products that you offer. Um, but you definitely will need a system that can meet those different prospects at whatever process or journey they are in their buyer's decision making process. That's strategy number one. So Keep is my preferred system, but the reality is, Dr. Monica, there are a lot of CRMs out there, but investing in one is my recommendation.
Okay. And it's keep the acronym KEEP.
Sorry, KEAP.
KEAP.
Yep. And they are a sponsor on the show. I can get you connected into a free trial. And what I've offered, along with the free trial for small business owners, is that I will build the first funnel for you. Either me or someone on my team will build the first funnel so you can really understand how it works and how it can help you build your business. But the CRM system is just recommendation number one, and I'll express why as I move to the primary strategy. But this is maybe more of a message to anyone listening, or when we drop this podcast episode. We just have to have systems nowadays because the world is so digital, right? You've already said you got 5,000 people on the mix of social media platforms. Now we need something that can help us manage that process from a digital point of view, and that's basically what CRM is going to give you the power to do.
Okay.
Yes,
Great.
ma'am. So that's number one. Now, for your website and the SEO, and I want to go ahead and maybe add in Google into that conversation. Have you had that optimized yet, or where are you sitting with website SEO, Google optimization? Do you know?
The website link that I shared with you
Hmm.
has not been optimized yet, but my web commerce, my online store, which is based with Square,
Hmm.
that has been optimized.
Okay. So one of the hacks that I've been teaching to a few of my clients right now, because again, we're in this world where everything's digital and now everything is going AI.
Yeah.
There are some prompts that you could put into ChatGPT and get
Okay.
the long list of potential, SEO relevant takeaways that you can include into your website. So that's the quick one. If you need any help with that prompt piece, let me know. Again, I got resources and I can even create a quick prompt that you could drop into ChatGPT. But that is, that's my hack for SEO. If you don't want to pay to have it done, then you can do it yourself. And ChatGPT is fantastic on that right now.
Yep.
Um,
I'm familiar with that.
okay, perfect, perfect. So the primary strategy that I'll talk about, and then I'll check in and tell me your thoughts.
Okay.
One of the marketing strategies that I teach to my clients, Dr. Monica, is something called the conversion equation. And so basically, this is a marketing formula that allows us to speak directly to our prospects and pull them in with really, really good accuracy or predictability. So the reason I call it a conversion equation is because, like any equation, you're a doctor by background, you're a scientist thinker, a science thinker, fact thinker. We depend on equations and formulas to produce predictable results, right? So that's the foundation I want to give you, is that, for all the marketing we choose to do in business, we have to create frameworks that produce predictable results. So the conversion equation, it's a four-step model or a four-step equation that I teach to my clients. And it starts with the first part of that is what I call an interrupt. And so that's how we can interrupt kind of the thought process, or, the attention spans of our prospects, and get their attention And basically, we do that by presenting to them the problem that they have and don't want. And then the second part of that equation is what I then call the engage. So you interrupt them, you have their attention. Now you have to engage them. And the way we do that is presenting to them the solution or the result that they want and they don't have. And then part three of that, Dr. Monica, and I think this is where you will flourish, is that we have to provide education to them. And so when I say educate, it's really helping them understand, especially with the mix of products that you offer to your prospects, helping them understand why they need this, how it's going to benefit them, why this product is better than all of the, formulated chemicals and other things that are out there on the market. But we also have to help them understand the longevity, right? You said it a few times that these products have been in your family for generations. And because of that, your neighbors have also exceeded, triple digits in age. So that's the education part, is helping your clients and your customers understand why your products are exactly what they need. And then the very last part of that, Dr. Monica, is what we call the offer. And that offer has to be an irresistible offer that will make them take the next step, which sounds like the part that you're struggling with, is to get them from being the likers and the lurkers to now just taking the next step in the process.
Yep.
So that conversion equation is what I would say, look at how to apply that into the marketing that you're doing. But I have a fantastic resource. It's just a video that I had curated that explains everything in a lot more detail. Happy to share that and send it over. But I know for a fact, implementing that into what you're doing, I think that'll be very beneficial.
That sounds great. And yes, please, the video whenever you get an opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. I'll share it right after our call here. But that was the reasoning for the first question, though, because now if you're marketing, you're leveraging that conversion equation in the messaging that you're doing, Dr. Monica, then people are going to take the next step. And that's where we want CRMs built into our business that can now automate, on an automated format, continue to nurture the relationships, walk with them as they make their buying decisions. And so when they're finally ready to give us money, that CRM system can help facilitate that without you doing all the manual work, chasing them down, making phone calls, sending out emails manually. That will get overwhelming over time, but that's what a CRM can just, you build it one time and then it's an automated process.
Okay,
Make sense?
sounds good. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
All right. Now, I'm curious to ask about this. First, do you have your sales process? Do you have that documented somewhere in your business?
So by sales process, what do you mean?
So when we when we talk about a sales process, we are literally talking about all of the steps that our clients or our customers have to go through to give us money.
Yes.
Okay, so you have that formally documented in your business?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So looking at your sales process, that's where I would encourage you to go ahead and figure out exactly where you want to implement the CRM or how you're going to integrate your CRM and your sales process. But again, thinking about a system like Keep, the one that I mentioned already, you can literally build your sales process into the CRM. So
Okay.
that's the other part I wanted to connect, is because I want your whole sales process eventually to be an automated, very streamlined system.
Yes.
So no matter what CRM you check out, just make sure you can integrate them effectively. Keep does it automatically, but if you don't go with Keep, still, I want you to make sure whatever you choose, it'll just be seamless how you can connect your sales process and your system.
And that's where the integration, that's the disconnect, right? You said it right there.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so, yeah, thank you for that. That's
Awesome.
clarity for me.
All right, perfect, perfect. I love it. Teach me this now, because I will say I was checking out your website, and I did want to, kind of pivot around and just ask about your pricing strategy. How did you create your pricing strategy for your different products?
My pricing strategy is based on my competition. Um, Literally, my prices have changed a few times since 2016,
Hmm.
but right now they are at a competitive level, a competitive rate, and also when we transferred from department store retail to e-commerce,
Hmm.
we changed the pricing structure. And now I'm in the process of possibly adjusting it again with respect to now being on the Amazon platform. So, what were some of your takeaways with respect to the pricing? I'm just curious.
Well, so my honest takeaway as I looked at the prices is that you are going to have to sell a whole lot of products if you want to hit some really just, I'll say, respectable revenue goals. Like
Mhm.
if your goal was to hit $100,000 or $250,000, you're gonna have to move a lot of product. So that was really when I saw the prices, that was my gut feel. I was like, that's you're gonna have to sell a lot, which means you're gonna have to market a lot. Like you're gonna have to really crank it. And I think I don't know specifically. I won't get you to call it out on the podcast, but we could talk afterwards. Whatever your revenue goals are, looking at your pricing model, I would come up with, I call it a revenue plan. So again, if my goal was to hit $250,000 based on these products, I would come up with some projections month by month for each individual product and say, okay, I need to sell, 50 of these, 40 of these, 100 of those, or whatever the numbers are going to be. But I'd have a very, very clear revenue plan broken down by product, by month, so that I would know, over the course of 6 months, 12 months, I'm going to hit whatever this target is. Um, and then I would then start to kind of reverse engineer the marketing efforts to also get the numbers to hit that, to hit those marks. So that's why I wanted to just ask that question. I don't know what that looks like for your business, and you could please, share some thoughts, and I can get even more specific to my recommendation. But just the current pricing, like I said, when I saw it, I was like, you're gonna have to move a lot of product. So, and of course, I love to hear that you're adjusting your prices. Price increase is always going to be the fastest way to increase the profitability in your business. But that's what we're here to talk about. That's why I call this the profit acceleration secrets. I want you to get more profits because then that increases your margin. You increase your margin, Dr. Monica, you're out there changing the world with your products. So,
Yeah. Right now, and again, without calling any numbers, we are meeting, right, the the goal, but we need to be higher.
okay,
Um, Prices for my raw ingredients have increased. Um, I mean, pricing for everything,
yes, ma'am.
from the ingredients to the products to the packaging. And I also want to um, rebrand my collection, my hair, skin, and body collection.
Mm,
So, thinking about all of that, we need to be making more money a month. So,
all right.
um, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Okay, perfect. No, that's what I wanted to ask. Trying to think, any other thoughts? I know you had a very organized list over there. Anything we hadn't touched on before we slowly start to wrap up our conversation?
Um, does it make sense? And I would like to utilize my YouTube platform,
Hmm.
um, kind of bring it into the fold. I am branching into the podcast arena, but I have a sponsor for that. I don't want to talk about that, but I do want to talk about my YouTube channel because when we're talking about the education part of my products,
Hmm.
I rely heavily on my YouTube channel to teach about the products, just to teach about health benefits for mind and body, mental health, for women and men. um, so, do you have any advice for, I guess, increasing not just traction, but
Mhm.
I guess increasing the numbers for towards monetization of like a YouTube platform or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, and you've been on the podcast workshops that I've been hosting for the past few weeks, correct?
Yes,
All right. So this a
I love
similar.
those.
No, thank you, thank you. It's been good having you on there. Similar messaging that I've been sharing about, like how to even monetize a podcast. I think it applies into the YouTube world as well. But
Okay.
so that for me, as I think about what I've learned about your business, Dr. Monica, first and foremost, you are your first sponsor.
Hmm.
So whatever you do with your YouTube channel and even your future podcast, it is sponsored by Dr. Monica Riley, and forgive me, I can't remember the full entitled name, but Dr. Monica Riley, Riley's, was it
Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty.
Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty? So sorry,
Yep.
tongue twisters.
Yep.
Um, but so, make sure you're giving yourself first placement in any content that you're creating, and that you have again that resource that I'm going to share with you around that marketing conversion equation.
Mhm.
Similar concept, but we want to have offers that invite our listeners, our audience, to take the next step in our sales process. Um, constantly calling out the problems that your prospects have and don't want, and
Mhm.
the solutions that your products can give them. I think that's going to be the most attractive part of how you organize your content that you're going to share, during your YouTube, video sessions.
Okay.
So, we're small business owners, and in my opinion, we are some of the best problem solvers in the country,
Yes.
because good business is built around solving a problem. And if your products, Dr. Monica, are living up to what you just shared, it sounds like you could be out here solving a lot of really good problems. So I would lean on exactly what these products are meant to do for the users, and the different ingredients and all of the above. But that's how I'm leveraging it. I'm setting my business up as the core sponsor, and then I'm highlighting all the benefits with an offer on the end. I love calling it a mafia offer,
Yes.
because it's an offer they can't refuse. Like, by the time they learn more, they should feel crazy to not take that next step in the journey with you. So that's the way I would want you to position it. But like I said, I'm gonna send you the resource, watch it, and then hit me back up. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll kind of coach you through how to implement it a little bit as you are working that process out. But that's my personal thought, like how to leverage and YouTube is big right now. It's the second biggest search engine in the world. So
Yes.
it's a good place to play.
Yeah. It's huge.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's been lucrative for me. My background prior to medicine was I worked in broadcasting,
Okay.
production and executive programming
Wow.
for TV network, and so I get to play with I get to do all of me. And the one thing that you said that is so critical with respect to making ourselves our first and primary sponsor, sometimes I forget to do that. I mean,
Mm,
all of these different passions and talents wrapped into one purpose, that
yeah.
is me. Sometimes I forget to put me into the forefront. So I appreciate you constantly reminding us of that, even in our podcast classes. It's critical.
Awesome. No, I appreciate you saying that. But, again, for what you're building, I want to see you get it out there and get it in front of more people that will benefit from the healing effects and the longevity that, your products can offer. I
Yes.
think it's worth it. So everything that we quickly talked about, from looking at a good CRM system, to understanding your sales process and how the CRM system and sales process can integrate and support each other,
Mhm.
to leveraging that conversion equation model for your marketing and your messaging. So the conversion equation, again, it's how we interrupt, engage, educate, and then offer to
Yes.
our target audience.
Mhm.
And then the last piece is, developing content, whether it's YouTube, podcast, even if it's a blog. I mean, leveraging that same framework and promoting all of the benefits and the solutions that your products and your services can offer. Dr. Monica, I think a lot of that can go a long way with continuing to help you build, looking at your price structure. We talked about that as well. So that's my quick, recap from memory here. But let me ask you: did we talk about anything good? Or any one or two mix of those strategies that you think you can focus on implementing? Oh, Dr. Monica, did I lose you?
Sorry, there was some outer interference that I didn't want to get in the way.
Oh,
Um,
I'm like, did she put me on hold in the middle of an interview?
no, no, no. The landscapers, and they were making a lot of noise. But um, I apologize for that. It's just that it was coming through,
All right.
and it was going to bleed into our program. Um, I don't have any other questions
All right. Well,
at the moment.
yeah, I was asking what do you think you could commit to? So any of those takeaways that you're like, I like that, I'm gonna focus on that.
I'm definitely going to focus on keep right now and also the conversion equation. One of the questions that you asked as I was preparing for our time together today was what's coming up for my business. And now that the world has reopened, I will be doing a lot of traveling, a lot of pop-ups. One of my sponsors is Nordstrom's. So, with respect to um, engaging, providing education, and then the offer, that's critical for me to focus on.
Awesome.
Uh, in person, face to face with people, as well as, my team will be there. A pop up, as you know, that's a shop. So, I want to see action from me speaking about the products, just as you mentioned, speaking about the products, telling people what they do. Then I want them to just like bum rush us and just, I want to hear the sales go just like that.
Cha-ching,
So,
cha-ching, cha-ching.
exactly, exactly. So those two areas are really critical for me
Awesome.
to focus on right
Awesome. Well, if you're passing through Atlanta, definitely hit me up. I will actually be in Vegas in the spring, so I will be bugging you for sure to
now.
see how
Please
everything's
do.
going.
Yes, please do.
But
I have family in Atlanta, so of course, if I get to Atlanta, it's so funny because in 2019, I was at the when we were with Macy's, we were featured in a pop up at the, what mall is it?
Lenox Mall, maybe.
Maybe
Yeah, that's probably the most popular in this area.
it was Lenox Mall. Yes, it was.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
So,
right, good stuff. Well, Dr. Monica, let's end today with just I love for you to share the best way that our audience can follow you or stay connected to you, to your business, and then we'll start to sign off.
all right. So, the best way is through the gram at Dr. Monica Bickerstaff Riley. Also on Facebook at Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty. Definitely go to our e-commerce aromatique, www.drmonicasnaturalbeauty.com, and then reach out to me at uh, Fountain of Youth Guru 6969 at gmail.com. And then I'm on Alignable as well at Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty.
All right, fantastic. And that was our big connection there through Alignable. I'm going to circle back. I want to put this last plug or strategy for consideration out there. But I do want to
Okay.
say it so that, we get it recorded and everyone can hear this feedback too. Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty. How did you create that name for your product?
Oh, it was simple. Because it's a product that comes from me, Dr. Monica, and natural beauty you can take two ways. Natural beauty is in and of itself a natural organic product, but
Mhm.
natural beauty also stems from the longevity of my family roots. So everything is natural. None of my products, including my fragrances, have more than five ingredients, and those are five natural ingredients, sustainable, organic, and from the earth. So
Okay. So I am going to
easy peasy.
yeah, I'm going to challenge you. So we can leave in the term name Dr. Monica,
Okay.
but I think we need to blow you up then, right? We need to make you a super duper megastar is going to be maybe challenge number one or
Okay.
challenge number two. I love the natural beauty component to the name of your business, but I would say, the you just mentioned one of your handles is like the Fountain of Youth Guru, right?
Yes.
So that to me kind of speaks to the results that your products can give to, the people that use it.
Hmm.
Especially when you tell the stories about both of your nanas that are one still living, it sounds like, but they're
Yes.
over 100 years old. So
Yep.
now you're talking about the results that your products can provide. I like that as a potential name for your product line. Hey, this is the Fountain of Youth Natural Beauty product line. But if you say Dr. Monica's Natural Beauty, I might say like, who's Dr. Monica, right? Like
Mm.
if you're not Oprah Winfrey, then I'm like, who's Dr. Monica?
Yeah, true that.
So either we need to make the Dr. Monica brand a mega brand, or we need to focus again on the results. And the results is, hey, this is the Fountain of Youth, right? Both of my
Mhm.
nanas did this, and both of them are over. So I want to call that out. That just caught my ear as you were sharing your handles.
I like that, Jarvis. That's definitely food for thought.
Yes, ma'am. No, please consider it. And again, you will have all of my contact. Love it or hate it, you're in my network now, so you got to deal with me, Dr. Monica.
That's a good thing, I think.
I hope so. I will make sure it is. But Dr. Monica, again, thank you so much for this opportunity to connect with you. For everyone that's plugging in with our conversation today, thank you for just making us a part of your day. So until next time, this is Jarvis and Dr. Monica, and we're wishing you more leads, more customers, and more profits in your business. Take care, everyone.